Welcome to the School of Love, the place where miracles are normal. Hello and welcome to the School of Love, the place where we learn practical tools based on scientific research and our own experiences towards improving ourselves, living life to its fullest, and contributing to the best of our abilities to the world around us. I'm Dr. Maria Grajdian, and I am a professor of media studies and anthropology at Hiroshima University. In my free time, I am doing my best to guide you in building up a life of contentment, joy, and fulfillment while applying lessons learned in school to overcome the difficulties, challenges, and insecurities of the real world. Today's video is part of a new series on life at 45. As I have entered the second half of the 45th year of my life, there are specific thoughts and emotions I have been experiencing. While these are insights coming from myself as a woman, mother, and citizen, I deeply hope they might be helpful and useful for men as well. In today's video on Life at 45, I share my thoughts on what I wish I could tell my younger self in my early 20s, when I was both confused and very, very lonely due to circumstances in my family of origin and further development completely beyond my control, and my life seemed very chaotic. In doing so, I am making peace with my past and allowing my inner self, my inner young, inexperienced self to heal so that I can move forward in my life with serenity and indignity. And now, first things first, that is two important disclaimers. The first disclaimer serves to strongly emphasize the fact that this YouTube channel, the School of Love, is not part of my educational and research activities at Hiroshima University. It is nonetheless part of my privilege, joy, and sense of duty to propagate and implement knowledge, information, as well as motivation and inspiration outside the limited framework of academic endeavors. Together, we can build up a better tomorrow for as many of us as possible. The second disclaimer relates to the fact that I'm a trained musician and musicologist, not a psychologist, therapist, or counselor. The ideas I am sharing in my videos reflect my deep-going preoccupation with life, my own life and other people's lives, and express the results of my experiences, research, and for better or for worse, my failures, as well as my recovery from those failures, recovery which is continuously ongoing. The ideas expressed in the videos on this channel, named the School of Love, cannot and may not and must not replace the consultation with specialists in whichever areas of your life you might have questions or you might struggle with. If you are new to the channel, at this moment I would like to ask you to please consider subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting. Thank you very, very much. This helps us not only with that mysterious algorithm which seems to dominate the YouTube galaxy, but also with contributing to the expansion of the community of humans doing their best to impact positively the world and those around them by discovering their authentic selves and living life wholeheartedly. Thanks again. So, what do I wish to tell my younger self in my early 20s? So that was late 1990s, and I had entered university, not the university of my choice, but the university which my parents had chosen for me, and also not the department I actually wanted, but again, the department they had decided for me, and I didn't have a voice in that decision. But I was very good at it, and it was top university of the country of Romania, top department of that university, and everything seemed to run smoothly from then on, because back then, once you entered a university, particularly a good university, it was actually quite easy to get a job afterwards, and the curriculum of the educational structure was constructed in such a manner as to prepare us for the job market after graduation. So things were actually looking upwards for me as well, just being deeply traumatized and very insecure and very confused about my role in the world and about what I was supposed to do. I was in a deep suffering. Just, I didn't know it. I didn't know it. I just thought this is how life is supposed to be. And honestly, I really didn't like what I was doing. I didn't like the university. I mean, the university was good. It just didn't fit to, to my inner calling, to what I thought I was meant to do in the world. Uh, and I didn't know how to change things. In spite of having some ideas, I didn't know what to do. And what I wish I could tell my younger self back then is do your best in whatever you are doing right now. Learn to be your best. And money is important. So if you have no idea what to do in your life, if you are socially awkward, and I still am, as I say, but at least now I know it, so I don't. When I am in social situations now, knowing that I lack socializing skills and healthy um, socializing abilities, at least I apply what I learn in books, what they say in books that healthy socializing means and looks like. But back then I didn't know that, and I was very awkward, both socially and emotionally and mentally. And so this is one of the things I wish I could tell my younger self in her early 20s, that this 2 plus 1, what I always tell my students and my children, 2 plus 1 is, first thing, be very good at whatever you're doing right now. Do not just do it poorly because you don't want to do it. Just do the best you can right now. Be very good professionally. Secondly, be a kind person. Kindness is underrated, but you only can be kind if you're very good in your in your field, chosen or not chosen, as it was in my case, not chosen. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a voice. I didn't have any agency. I didn't even know that I might have an agency. I didn't even know that, well, I matter. Now I know. So these are the 2 points. Firstly, be very good at whatever you're doing right now. Be very good professionally. So, and improve yourself constantly and consistently. Secondly, be a kind person. Treat others with kindness, regardless of how they treat you. And of course, sometimes you have to put up some boundaries. Nevertheless, build them with kindness. And so the third point, so it's actually 2 plus 1. The third point is whom you marry is the most important decision of your life, because that person will impact everything you're going to do from that point on. I didn't know that. I didn't know that marriage is a choice. I didn't know that we have choices. I was never educated in that spirit. I was just educated, just do whatever you are told to do. And this is not right. And marriage is the most important decision of one's life, because that partner will impact tremendously everything that happens from that point on. I didn't know that, and I didn't know I have a choice. I didn't know I have to build up the courage to make those choices, to know that I have choices, to see the alternatives, and then to decide. I just followed whatever whatever happened and obeyed whatever life and other people threw at me. So understand that life is the result, whatever, however it might look like, but life is the result of one's choices, and we have choices. We always have choices. This is what I wish I could tell my younger self. Choose to be the best you can, not the best in comparison with others. So it's not about competitiveness with others. It's about being the best you can at this moment, and then you'll be better in the next moment. Yeah. And then keep your kind, warm-hearted nature. Help others when you can, but do not hurt yourself or sacrifice yourself in the process of helping others. Self-sacrifice is never a good strategy, because as someone's put it, I don't remember who, but someone put it, if you sacrifice yourself for others, you'll end up resenting those you have been sacrificing yourself for. And this is not the point. The point is actually to be able to live with those around us. The point is that life is give and take. The point is that if other people do not want to reciprocate, then we have the choice again to move away. And sometimes this is a painful decision, but in the long run, not making the decision to cut off people from our lives will turn out to be much, much more difficult. So this is what I wish I could tell my younger self. Understand that you have choices, know that you have choices, and learn to make decisions. Learn to choose what is right for you in the spirit of kindness and compassion, not competitiveness or resentment or anger. So that would be for today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being there. And as always, I'm looking forward to welcoming you very soon again. Love and peace to you all.